Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Tyreek Hill on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. He finds an opening past the 40. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. As they finally wrangle him in at the 48. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a toss play to Lewis. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Now here's Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Yeah, we're good, we're good. Down.
So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now they'll run it on the toss. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And he's got it. And he's brought down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like...
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, go Roger. Hey, down.
Now a handoff looking right. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
They fake the handoff. Now Keenum. And it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And it's third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Third and long. It's Keenum. And this is going to be incomplete. Charles, that's an important third down stop. You don't want to spot him 2 touchdowns here early.
You're trying to slow momentum down. You've already given up the score. They're coming right back at you. You're exactly right. Being able to hold them there and force a decision on 4th down, that's big for the defense.
Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stopped short of the 30. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down, and he fires one incomplete. He was looking to find some space for Dion Lewis there, and it's 3rd down. Now, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
Roger. Down. Let's go, Roger.
After the interception, here's Keenum. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking long for Westbrook. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Hey, go, Roger. Hey, switch.
Keenum will try again on 2nd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. Space to maneuver at the 40. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Right back to him on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calais Campbell on the stop.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Mahomes now to throw. And that one almost intercepted. Far too. Loose with the football here, nearly a 4th pick, and it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 46. And Myers able to knock it through. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. And they they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Mary left, Mary left. There goes the hot. Right 20. There go Roger.
On play action, it's Keenum. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
53. Right 20. There go Roger. Right.
Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. The tackle made by Derek Rivers.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, orange. Down.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Charles, what a slacker. 5 sacks last week. Took him all the way to the 2nd quarter to get one here in this one.
And just think about all the planning that went into this game to try and keep him from getting to the quarterback. After 1 quarter, maybe they exhaled and thought, hey, we've got this. Oh, no, you don't. You got to come up with another plan, more looks, maybe even more bodies to keep him out of the backfield.
22. 52. 53. There go Roger.
On 3rd and long, it's Keenum. Over the middle, complete. That's Powell. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line.
Right 20. Mary left.
Shotgun snap for Keenum. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
There goes the hot. Right 20. There go Roger. Hey, orange.
Working from the gun, Keenum. Powell on the catch. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Hands down. Hey, go, Roger.
On first down, Keenum steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on second down is Keenum. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. They'll run here with Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The return man is Hill. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now here comes Kansas City. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now Mahomes. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Mahomes now on first down. On target over the middle to Hill. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. In for the score. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10.
22.
Keenum on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go into the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. That one complete to Dede Westbrook. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Keenum now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Let's get the 2. Take 2.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Off play action. Keenum. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Powell. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. And they'll go on the ground. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. His throw incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Keenum now to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw, it's Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on 2nd down. Now they got to come up with something big here on 3rd.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Keenum. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And that interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now they'll run it on the toss. Spins away. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple. Down to the 15-yard line.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Slow. Z. Hut.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Keenum now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Keenum. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Trey Flowers picks it, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They go play fake. Mahomes rolling to his right. That's going to be caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. In for the score. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, you know, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a play fake, and it's Keenum. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, on. I think it's 2.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. We're back now in KC. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
22. Hey, go Rodgers.
From the 50, it's Keenum. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Powell. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here.
Let's go.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Keenum. Sanders has it over the middle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And a nice gain of 21 yards. From the red zone now, Keenum. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
A toss running left. That's Lindsey. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now they'll run it on the toss. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And Denver getting set to take the field. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team. I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And they'll run it here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll fake the handoff. Now Keenum. They'll roll him out right. Wide open receiver complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Keenum. Looking long for Westbrook. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. In for the score. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a real chance, and then they end up winning this game.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6. From the gun, here's Keenum. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now they try the right side here. And out of bounds right around the 20. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And they take a knee. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. And they will take a knee here.
Let's go.
Bring it.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Denver, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.